On my wedding day, I stood alone in a room full of empty chairs. No guests. No family. Not even my own father showed up. I waited until the lights were turned off, still hoping someone would come. No one did. 7 years later, I returned to the town that broke me, only to discover the woman who disappeared that day was hiding a truth so cruel. It would destroy the man who abandoned me forever. This is not a story about anger. It's a story about silence, betrayal, and the kind of revenge that doesn't need a single word. Because sometimes, the strongest revenge is simply the truth arriving too late. I returned to the town after 7 long years. The road felt smaller, narrower, like it had shrunk while I was gone. Dust rose under my shoes, and every step brought back memories I tried to forget. The air smelled of dry soil and old summers. I stopped near the small farm at the edge of town. I hadn't planned to. My feet just knew the way. That's when I saw her. Sarah stood by the wooden fence, holding a metal bucket. The fence was worn and broken in places, just like before. Her hair was tied back loosely, a few strands falling across her face. She looked older, but her eyes were the same. For a second, my chest tightened. I thought I was imagining her. Then she looked up. Her eyes met mine, and all the color drained from her face. The bucket slipped slightly in her hands. "Armin," she whispered, like saying my name hurt. We hadn't seen each other since my wedding day. The day I stood alone in a decorated hall, wearing a suit that felt too heavy. Rows of empty chairs stared back at me. No guests. No father. No Sarah. I had waited until the lights went off. Now, standing in front of her, the silence felt just as loud. 7 years passed, but the pain was still standing between us. "So, you came back," Sarah said quietly. Her voice was soft, but it carried weight, like she had been holding those words for years. "I had to," I answered. "Some places don't let you leave forever." I watched her hands. They were shaking as she tightened her grip on the bucket. She kept her eyes on the ground, like the dirt had something important to say. The silence between us felt heavy. Then memories pushed their way in. I remembered the nights we talked about leaving this town together. The dreams we shared in low voices, afraid someone might hear. Then one day, her call stopped. Her messages disappeared. She vanished without a goodbye. "Why did you leave that day?" I asked. My voice didn't sound like my own. She pressed her lips together. "I did what I had to do." Her answer cut deep. It was the same line she used years ago, before everything fell apart. 7 years ago, a week before my wedding, my father's words echoed in my head. "Cancel everything, or you'll regret it." I didn't listen. Now Sarah finally looked at me. Her eyes were full of tears, but also fear. Something was missing in her story. Something she wasn't ready to say. Behind her, on the porch, a small boy watched her silently, his eyes fixed on mine, like he recognized me. "That child," I said slowly, my voice tight. "Who is he?" Sarah froze. The wind moved through the fields, but she didn't move at all. Her shoulders sank, as if the truth was finally too heavy to carry. She closed her eyes, and when she opened them, tears ran down her face. "He's your son," she said. My heart stopped. The world felt empty and loud at the same time. She told me everything in broken sentences. The night before the wedding, my father had gone to her. He spoke calmly, but his words were cruel. He said I would lose my future if I married her. He said the child would be taken away. She believed him. So she left. Not because she stopped loving me, but because she loved me too much. My father didn't come to the wedding on purpose. He wanted me to stand alone. He wanted to break me. I didn't scream. I didn't fall apart. Days later, I stood in front of my father's house with the boy beside me. I didn't explain. I didn't argue. I simply held the child's hand as he looked up and said, "Dad." My father's face turned pale. His power was gone. I walked away without a word. He lost his son the day I finally found mine.